Hello, welcome viewers to another exciting episode number 8 on the tutorial on coordinate geometry 1, the straight line. In this episode, we'll be dealing with the division of a line into a given ratio. We know a line can be divided into two per a given ratio. We have the internal division and the external division. But in this episode, we want to deal with the internal section, or better still, the internal division of a line. So we are taking the plane, the Cartesian plane, the y and the x plane. We are having this line. This line represents any line, whether horizontal or vertical. The formula to derive will be used for all lines, regardless of the direction. So we are picking the line segment AB. Line segment AB. And we are dividing this line segment into two. We can see from A to P is longer than P to B. So we are not having the midpoint. We are just saying internal division. Now let's label the coordinate. So this is the first point. So that will be our x1, y1. That's the first x coordinate. If I were to put a point here, to be the first one. Then the line segment. So the x2 will be here, y2 will be there as well. So the coordinate of the point P, which is placed in the middle, divided into a ratio, we can label that x and y to be found or to be determined. Now let's label here, okay, A, B, C. So let's pick the C first, then pick D. Now, if I want to find the coordinate of the point C, I am going to find the value on the x-axis first, which is the same value we have there as x. So x, y, value. What will be the y value? I am on the y-axis. What value is there? This is the y1. Then for the D, I am also going to pick a point on the x-axis, which already is there. On the x-axis, there's a point there, what? x2. Then on the y-axis, the point here is already taken as what? Y. So if we take this point, we are having two right angle triangles here. APC, PBD. They are two right angles which are similar because the angle here is the same as that angle, and the angle here will be the same as the angle here. Likewise, the angle, they are similar triangle. So we can be able to have the similarity, the ratio of their size equals to the other side. Now, since we are saying it is divided into a ratio, let's say that the longer side being indicated as M. Let me just indicate this M. We don't like. From A to P, M. Then P to B, indicated as what? N. Is a ratio. 4:3, 5:9. That's the ratio we are referring to. So from similar triangle, I can say that the length AP divided by the length PB, which are similar, will be equals to the length AC, then we have divided by PD, which will all be the same as what? M/N. Let's label that as what? The first equation we can get out of the similarities of the triangle. The horizontal here, the slant of this triangle divided by the slant of the second one is the same as the horizontal length of the bigger one divided by the horizontal length of the smaller one. We can continue to have the vertical division as well. If I want to continue, I can have that of PC, the vertical one, divided by BD, which will still be equals to M and what? N, equation 1. Alright, so now that we have established that, let's take the coordinate representation of any of the sides. Now I can pick AC. I want to find the distance. Remember, to find the distance on the x-axis here. If I put the point here and a point here, what is the distance? You know, this value here will be bigger than the value here on the x-axis. So the bigger value minus smaller value give us that. So I can look at AC. The line AC is going to be the x value here, which is x, minus the x value here, x1. That will be x minus x1 for the distance here. I can label that equation 2, which is horizontal. So let me take the corresponding horizontal line. So I'll also be finding PD. Let's find the length of PD. Okay, let me just use length, not magnitude. So let's find the length of that. Now, how are we going to do it? We are looking for the distance here. So x value first minus the second x value. What x value do we have? We have x2. What x value is here? We have x. So x2 minus what? X. So I'll be having x2 minus what? X. Let's check it again. We are looking at from the x as the highest point. What point is there? It will be x2. Then the middle point here. What point is there? That is x. That is why we begin from x minus x1. Then we have x2 minus x1. So we can see that as equation 3. So putting equation 1, 2, and 3 together, we are going to put them together. We can see that if I pick AC is divided by PD is equals to m over n, right? So in place of AC, I'll be having x minus x1. In place of PD, I'll be having x2 minus what? X equals to m over n. If I'm picking this equals to this is the same as this. All right, let's cross multiply. So I'll be having n here multiply x minus x1 equals to m multiplying x2 minus what? X. What are we looking for? We are looking for the coordinate of the point what? P, which is the xx we are seeing here. So let's find the xx by first expanding. If you expand, you have nx minus nx1 mx2 minus mx. Let's bring the x's together. So we'll be having nx negative will become positive n mx, right? We are leaving this behind. mx2, we are bringing this in as well, plus nx1. You see that xx is common, so if you factorize, your x will be taken out, n plus m equals to mx2 nx1. This is going to be divided by the coefficient n plus m, n plus m. You can see that this will cancel this, leaving the x coordinate will be found as m x2 and x1 all divided by addition is what? Commutative. So I can say m plus n because I'm seeing the n first. So this is the coordinate for only the x. Meaning, if I want to find the x coordinate here for any point under internal division, it will be the first ratio times the second x value plus the second ratio times the first x value divided by the sum of the ratios. I guess we are good on that. All right. Then we need to also find for vertical axis. We deal with the horizontal. Let's find for the vertical axis also. So for the vertical axis, we are dealing with PC. So the length of PC will be, we are having here, let's indicate y1, here will be y, here will be y2, right? This is the value of y2. So at this point, I am moving up. So the greatest minus the smaller one. So y minus y1. That will be y minus y1 as equation 2 if we are taking this as equation 1. Okay, let's continue it as equation 4. We will deal with second and third. Okay, then let's pick the next horizontal BD, which is also going to concentrate here from here, the highest minus the least, y2 minus y. So y2 minus y as equation 5. Putting for equation 1, 4 and 5 together, we can also just pick this side, PC as y minus y1, BD as y2 minus y equals to the m divided by n. We can also cross multiply and see that this is multiplying this to give us n y minus y1, m multiplying y2 minus y. We can expand further to have ny, ny1, my2, my. What are we looking for? The y values. So let's group the y values together to have ny, negative become positive, my. We are maintaining our my2, then negative become plus ny1. Let's factorize the y out. If you divide, you get n. We divide, you get m. Then my2 and y1. What am I looking for? I am looking for y. So I'll divide both sides. I don't have space, so let's just divide. We can see this will cancel. So let me take care of this. I'll be left with y equals to m, y2, and y1, then m plus n, since addition is what? Commutative. So you can see we have the y values also similar to that. So the coordinate of this point will be nothing but to say that I'll be having, where am I? The coordinate of P, X and Y will be the first point we had, M x2 plus n x1 divided by m plus n, comma. So this is for the x value. Then the y value will be my2 ny1 m plus what? N. So for the internal division of a line, no need going through all these processes. If you are asked to find any of the points, either this or this, when the ratio for the division is provided, we just go straight forward to the first ratio times the second x value plus second ratio times the first x value divided by the sum of the ratio for the x value, comma. Similarly, the first ratio times the second y value plus second ratio first y value divided by their sum. That will give you the coordinate of the point. Remember, we did midpoint. If this line were to be evenly divided, it means m will be equal to n. So the same formula. We see that if it is equal division, it will be 1:1. So 1 times this, 1 times this, 1 plus 1 will be 2. So x1, y1 divided by 2. X1, y1, addition of that, divided by 2, y1, y2, addition divided by 2. Will give you the same midpoint. So you can see that the internal division can also be used to find the midpoint when the ratio is 1:1. I'm sure the concept is clear. The next episode, we will deal with the external section, then we combine them together in solving question. Don't miss that. Come back to the same page for more. Like, share, and comment. Bye-bye.